What's going on, peeps? Just got off work. Got a little story to tell y'all. This world's getting pretty bad. And I got a story to prove it. Alright, so I got off work. I usually, after work, order me a Subway sandwich. And I put in the order. It was going to be done at a certain time. So usually, while they're making it, I'll drive there. And this is every day. I take a certain route every day. And it just dawned on me. I said, oh, whoa. I got to go get an HDMI cable. So I was thinking, well, I still got time. 10 minutes till I got to pick up my order, which I don't have to be on time to get the order. I mean, my order will just sit there. So I went to Myers. I got my HDMI cable I needed. I found it, bought it. Well, on the way home, I took that same route, and I was coming up this road, and I just so happened to see these two people. I didn't know if it was a guy or girl at first, and I stopped, and when I stopped and I had my window down, like I was looking at this woman and at the on the like there was two vehicles. One of them had these two people, and it looked like they had a gas can trying to pour gas into their gas tank. And then there was this other car behind them. I don't know if it was a mom or an aunt or what, but it was a woman. And she right away said that the two girls, one of them was trying to get gas to come out of the gas can to go into their vehicle, and they couldn't get the gas to come out. Well, I was like, well, I was going to ask. I said, but since I know that, I said, I'll see what I can do. So I backed up. I looked behind me, make sure nobody's behind me. I backed my truck up, parked, and then got out with my flashlight. I carry on me like I don't know what y'all want to call it. I carry, put it that way. Protection wise, I carry right here on my inside waistband. Personal protection, firearm, and then I also carry a flashlight because you never know when I might need one at my job. Constantly, I might need a flashlight. It just depends. I keep the battery fully charged every time I leave to work. I got a flashlight. Well, it just so happened I needed one. So I pulled it out of my pocket, gave it to the girl. I said, "Here, you hold this, and I'm gonna show you how to use this gas can." Because she was trying to get the gas going into the vehicle. So I put the gas can on the ground, and the lid was like kind of cocked. It wasn't even straight. So I turned it. It went click, 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 click. Turned it, made sure it was straight, and then I told the girl, I said, "Shine the flashlight down here." I said, "You see this little black lever?" And there's a reason why I'm doing a YouTube about this. Not only is it informational to anybody out there on how to use a gas can, but it's also informational about how people are. Because me and this other person started talking while I was helping her. So while she had the flashlight on the gas can, I was showing her that if you push in, had a black piece on the side of it with a little like lip, whatever, more of a lip. And I told her, I said, what you do is it's got like these jagged edges on the black. They're like rivets, well, not even rivets. That's the wrong word. It's like little creases, and you push in on those creases, and you'll hear it click. When you hear that, then you can take your thumb and you push down on that black little lip, and it'll go down. It's got a spring inside, and it pushes it back up to lock it. And it's just child safety. Make sure it don't accidentally tump over and spill gas out everywhere, or a kid don't get in there, whatever. So I was showing her that you got to push in a little, like, crevices or whatever on the yellow tip. It's got with the black thing. Sometimes they're black or red. They got these rivets. Well, they're not rivets. They're like cutouts on the plastic, and you push in on it, and then you can push down on the lip. But you got to push in on the little cutouts in order for it to go down. So I was showing her that, and then I told her to shine the flashlight onto the gas thing, and then I told her you take the bottom of that lip, on the black lip, and you put it on the bottom of the little ring on the gas entrance, and then you just push the can, and then you'll feel the gas run down into the tank, because she ran out of gas, what it was. But as I was filling her tank up for her, when I showed her like 2 or 3 times, and she had a friend with her. She's like, you need to remember this and all that, stuff like that. Well, the girl that drove the vehicle was telling me, she said, you are the first one to stop and ask for help. She said, like, every week or every 2 weeks, she's always running out of gas and breaking down. She's got to call somebody to bring her gas or to go get gas. And you know me, I made a little jokes here and there about blondes and stuff, but no, I told her, it was nothing against her. I was just making conversation and trying to lighten the mood up, lighten her situation up. And I've been down that road. I told her I've been down that road, running out of gas, trying to make it in life. It's rough. And when she said that I was the only one that showed up to ask for help or offer help, I told her it was a rough world out there. And I've been down that road. I know what it's like. So when somebody's stranded on the side of the road and it looks like they need help, I'm going to ask for help every time. And I don't even care if I'm set up, to be taken advantage of. I'm still going to, I ain't going to know it, but I'm going to ask for help. And I'm there. I'm able to protect myself when I need to. But it's just crazy. It is nuts that people are that selfless, that selfish, to just drive on by them and not even help them. And they're young kids. This girl was probably, I don't know, 18, 19, 20 years old. And nobody was going to stop and ask if they needed help on how to work a gas can. Because, seriously, come on. 2 women, 2 girls. Women, it's nothing against women, but women, some young girls aren't supposed to know anything about gas cans. It's up to us men to take care of it. I did my part. I feel that I did my share, God's word. I stopped. I showed the girl how to use it 2 or 3 times to make sure she knew. And then I gave her a gas can back. She didn't have the gas lid to her car. She said she lost that. So I shut her little lid and then let them go on their way, She said that she was going to have her, whoever it was, her aunt or mom or whoever, go get some more gas. But, I just showed her how to use it, and hopefully she knows, she remembered it, or her friend that was watching her. It's just nuts. It's crazy. Why would you people not stop and ask for help besides worrying about getting hurt? I just blows my mind. Nobody will. If you're a dude, stop and ask if they need help. I mean, for God's sakes, you're a dude. Yeah, you might get set up. You might get. But, God, no, I don't care. I don't know. People these days, that's why I wanted to make a video. It just blew my mind. Nobody's going to ask anymore if somebody needs help. Heck, I was coming out of a Walgreens, and this dude, like, blew a radiator hose. And, I mean, he couldn't start his car. There was radiator fluid, antifreeze all over the underneath his vehicle and everything. So I walked over to him, and he had his little boy with him. I said, "Hey," "what? Did you find out what was wrong with your vehicle or whatever?" Yeah. He said, "He showed me the hose, but I mean, if I could have fixed it for him, I would have. But I mean, the hose was way too hot. The engine was hot. There was no way I was able to fix it. And then I was heading to work or someplace. I don't remember. Obviously, it was something pretty like where I had to be, or I would have helped him. Like I would have took my time to come back for the guy, you know. But it's just like nobody wants to help nobody no more. I mean, is the world come to that? Really? I don't understand that. I really don't. But I want to tell you all something. Until you're put into that situation, and karma, the way karma works, you will be put into that situation one day, if you like it or not. And until you're put in that situation, you will not understand what it is like for that other person to be stranded in need of help. And you can help them. But, oh no, you're too busy to go watch an episode of something. Or you're too busy to do something, I don't know, timeless. You gotta get home to watch a sports game. Gotta get home to eat. Really? What if those were your own two kids? That's the way I look. I don't even have kids. I have no kids. I'm a single man, live by myself. What if those were your two kids stranded on the road? Now, regardless, they had an adult there, somebody older. But that's beside the point. What if those were your kids? Two females don't know how to work a gas can, and you're a guy, and you're just going to drive on by them? All I got to say is how rude. If you are one of those pricks that see two young girls stranded trying to work a gas can, and you're going to drive on by them, you know what? Shame on you. I'm shaming you. I don't even say how you can look at yourself when you get up in the morning in the mirror, fix your hair, or whatever you do. I don't see how you do it. And God forbid you ever have kids. Because a dad, regardless, two women, young girls at that, is going to stop and help somebody and show them, so the next time they know how to use a gas can, how to use one. I don't know. I mean, I am 35 years old and just showed two young girls how to use a gas can, and nobody else would. I don't know. All I know is karma is going to bite y'all. It's going to come back. Now, I'm not saying that you might not know how to use a gas can, but something's going to happen. And you're going to need help. and nobody's going to be around to help you. One person can make a difference in this world. All you have to do is participate. Don't be scared. Participate. One person. You help one person. That person is going to look at you saying, that person stopped and helped me. And they're going to have that thought in their head. And when they're driving by and they see somebody stranded, that thought's going to cross their mind. And if they understand, or if they can help, and a slight of thought goes through their mind that they might be able to help, either lend them a phone, give them a ride, depending on what it is, they're gonna remember that. But if you don't help, if you don't ask, and I understand if you might not even know how to help that person, I understand that. Yeah, if you're one of those people, yeah, if you don't know how to help them, or you might not know what they need and you can't help them, you know what? Stop anyways. Ask. It might be something where you can just give them a ride, you know? If you're scared about getting injured or hurt or whatever, I get that. I do, honestly. This world is so... That's what I'm talking about. This world is so bad. It just... I don't know. It blows my mind. But if you're a dude, you're just going to blow on by him. Adult, young guy, whatever. I want to call you nothing but a big old pussy. You know what? If that's offensive, then I don't know what else to tell you. It's not like trying to hook up with somebody. If you got a bad thing towards women and you just want to blow them off, I mean, what if that was your own kid? That's the way I look at it. What if that was my kid? And I don't even have kids. I've got nieces. I got nephews. It blows my mind. I was the only one to stop ever. And this girl, she was telling me, she breaks down at least once a week or 2 weeks, runs out of gas, and nobody asks her for help. Not even a dude. And I just so happen to be a guy to know how to work. I'm an old country boy. I mean, I know how to work guns. I shoot guns. I know how to work a gas can. I can fix the lawnmower. I can work on a vehicle. I'm a 110% genuine country boy. I was raised in the city. I was raised by my dad. My dad did it. He helped people stranded. My dad, and that's why I do what I do. Is I am 110% genuine, a gentleman. I was raised this way, and it just blows my mind. It really does. I don't know. People these days, when God said that people will be selfless in the end days, they will be selfish. They will think nothing but themselves and of money. It's true. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying everybody is like this. There are those certain ones that will stop and help, but I'm telling you, it's very minimal. Very. And I always tell myself, I will not be one of those people, no matter how bad I've been treated in the past from a relationship by a woman. I will never, ever think about that when somebody is in need of help. And I don't care if you're a guy in need of help. If I think I can help you, if I think it's something that I can fix or give you a lift or whatever, I will still ask you if you need help. And the majority of times that I have asked guys that's needed help, they've always told me no, they appreciated it and thanked me for asking. I even asked a guy one time. He was one of those bicyclers. You know, you see him all the time. he had a flat tire, and it was one of those like three wheelers, like bicycles, where the guy don't have no legs, and they got to operate the vehicle with their arms. We had a flat tire, and I was coming out from a back road by a Dairy Queen, and I seen the guy, and he was repairing his tire, and he had no legs. And I was just like, it blew my mind. And I think I might have had my ex girlfriend with me. I think I did. So I pulled up next to the guy, and I asked him. I said, "Look," I said, "Hey," I said, "you got a flat tire?" I said, "You got everything you need to, repair the flat?" I said, "You need me to go pick up something?" Because I know what's needed for a flat tire, on a bicycle. And he said, no. He said he had a patch kit already with him, and he already had it taken care of. He had the inner tube off the rim. He was patching it. I guess he had an air pump with him, I think, because I don't even know. I don't remember now if he had one, but he said he had it all taken care of. I mean, I guess if he had a patch kit that comes with an air hose and everything, And we talked for a little bit, and he said that he appreciated me stopping and asking. And I mean, I was willing to get out and help the guy up. I'd carry him if I had to put him in the passenger seat of my vehicle, take him with me. I'd put his bike and his stuff in the back of my pickup, and I'd take him where he needed to be. I mean, but golly, for you just to see somebody, especially like in that scenario, no legs. I mean, you would drive by somebody like that. I mean, what do you expect him to do? Call somebody, maybe? Or to crawl to the nearest store that might have an... I mean, God sakes, people. Put yourself in their shoes. I mean, for real, even if you're driving down the road, put yourself in their shoes. They have no legs. Nobody would stop and ask. I was the only one to stop and ask if that guy needed... I was going to run to the store, get him a patch kit, come back, and I'm not saying I was going to... Even if I was going to work, I'd just call in work, say, hey, I'm going to be a little late. I'm helping somebody, and I'll be there when I get there, I mean, for real. I don't know. It just blows my mind. It really does. I guess I've been in too many situations where I needed help. Now, regardless, I had one guy I can say that helped me. And it wasn't like help, but what he did is he pulled up behind my vehicle at my muffler. It broke loose. I tied a shirt around it. Or something. I don't know exactly. It's been a while ago when it happened. But I took my shirt off, and I tied it around my muffler, and I figured I said there was what was it, a Pep Boys or something, AutoZone that was close by. I said that ought to last until it gets me there. But this guy put his hazards on, young kid, and he said that looked like I needed help, and he was going to just stay there with his hazards on so nobody hits me. And, I was, like, appreciative for that, That was shocking to me because nobody would ever do that, really, to be honest, just like that girl said. So, when I got my shirt tied up around it, and I knew it was going to burn through, but hopefully, and it did, it got me there until I got to AutoZone. But I told that kid, he got out of his vehicle when I was done, and I was going to shake his hand. I said, but my hand's all dirty. And I said, I appreciate you doing what you did. I said, thank you, and I hope he has a good day, and we went on our way. So I had to blow through some stoplights, and I figured if I got pulled over, whatever, cop would have to follow me all the way to AutoZone because I wasn't stopping. And I made it to AutoZone without my muffler dropping and tearing the hell out of it. But it's just, that's the kind of people in these days that it's gotten to. It just hopefully me making this video, I just want to tell people, think of things before you just drive by them. Okay? If you see two young people, think of it. This is the best way to look at it. If they were your kids. Here's something else that I can think of. And I asked people at my work about it, and they said they wouldn't have done it because they were young kids. I'm a 35, I might have been 34-year-old man. I seen two young, probably they were over 18. I hope. Might have been 17, one of them. But they were stranded at a gas station. I was getting a buddy of mine. I went on lunch, some food, and I stopped in at a gas station to get some beer for after work. And I was coming out, and I seen these two young girls. Again, my buddy, I was getting his lunch, and one of them looked like his girl. And it just made me think, what if that was his kid? Stranded at a gas station. She said that, because, like, I was putting my stuff away, and I asked him, I said, y'all need a ride or something? Or y'all waiting on a ride or what? And she's like, well, and it was cold out. I mean, it was freezing. And you know, young girls are wearing shorts and tank tops, and, you know, it might have been nice weather at the time. But, it was night out then, and it was cold, or getting there. And she was waiting on a ride, but her ride wouldn't show. And it was some young boy, is what she said, some young guy, or whatever, that she knew. And he wasn't going to come out and get him. And I was like, I hesitated, because I was, heading to work. I was on my lunch. I didn't want to be late for lunch. And I thought about it real quick, as I was putting my stuff away. I said, I'll tell you what, I said, I'm going straight over here a little bit of ways to another gas station to go get my buddy some lunch. I said, he ordered it. I got to pick it up. I said, if y'all need a ride, I said, where y'all live first? And they was like, so-and-so. And I'm telling y'all, it was out of my way. It was out of my way. And I kind of thought, I said, I tell you what, I said, I'll be golly. I said, nobody's going to come and get y'all? They said, no. They're like, dude just decided he wasn't going to come. I shook my head. I said, I'll tell you what. I said, it's cold out here and y'all wearing shorts. I said, we all And they said, well, we didn't know it was going to be cold out, I said, I'll tell you what. I said, you all get in my truck. And I'll take you where you need to be. I said, I'm going to work. I'm on lunch. I said, I'm supposed to be heading back to work, which ain't far from where I was at. I said, but I'm going to feel bad because I got a buddy that's got kids, or a kid. I said, and if you was one of them, I'd want to help y'all. I said, there ain't no way I'm going to leave my buddy's kid stranded, I said, so if y'all want to come with me now, I said, I ain't coming back through here. I said, I live in Clarksville. I said, I'll be heading the opposite way. I said, so if y'all want to ride now, you better come now. I said, because I ain't coming back. So they talked to each other for a minute, and then they agreed. So I opened my door for them and let them get in, I shut the door, walked around, got my truck, turned the heat on, and got it warmed up for them, Well, as I was leaving, I asked one of them, I said, well, where y'all live? And then they was like, so-and-so, I said, okay. I said, well, I'm going to go, just like I told y'all, I'm going to go to this gas station over here, get the food. So that's what I did. I left it running and went ahead and got the food, came back out. And, of course, I texted my buddy, told him I was going to be a little late with his food because I was running these kids home. So I ran them down there in the BFE. I was probably an hour late, 45, 50, almost an hour late. I ran them all the way down to where they need to be. And one of them was high. The other one was alert, luckily. But she barely remembered where the heck this other girl lived. And they thanked me, And even if they offered me gas money or whatever, I wouldn't have took it. I just wanted to make sure they made it home. And they got out, and the other girl was like, asked me how my door's shut because I got those weird suicide doors on the back doors because it's an F-150. And I told her how to shut the doors in order so she didn't mess up my doors. And then she thanked me for giving her and her friend a ride home. And I said, "You're welcome." I said, "I'm going to head on back to work." Thank God I got Google Maps because it was out there. And so I'll let them go. I watched them, till they got to the house. And then when they got in their yard or whatever, I went back home or to work. But I got back to work now. My buddy was telling me, he's like, "Dude, what'd you do that for?" Not that I was in trouble for being late, but he was just like, "What if their dad came out there and was like mad because they don't know you and all this?" I said, "Well, you know what? If you want to get in a fight about it, I would have told him what a douchebag he was, not for not watching his kids. And I don't know if they tried to call him or what, but I mean, for God's sakes, I would have told him what kind of a dad he was. I mean, a responsible parent. That's what I would have done. I don't care if I would have got into a big argument about it. Called the cops on me. I would have told the cops what kind of a douchebag that guy would have been. Or mom, for that case. I would set that mom in place." But it's just like, I don't know. But anyway, I told them kids, I said, "Look," I said, "next time you all, are out someplace," I said, "make sure you got a ride." That's what I was telling them on the way there. I mean, don't just think you got a ride. Have several backups in case one of them don't make it. I mean, gee whiz. I don't know. I just try to instill some kind of knowledge into them for the next time they have a situation like that arise. Because I might have not been that good guy. For God's sakes, I don't know. I thought I'd try to instill some knowledge into these young kids. And kind of be a dad that didn't have a dad there at the time to discipline them. But yet help them. But anyways, my buddy, he was just, I don't know. He's like, "Well, I'll tell you what, Rock," because that's my name, Rock. It's short for my name. He said, "You're a good guy. It's a shame you don't have kids. It's a shame you don't try to find somebody because," he said, you'd be a good dad." I said, "I know I would. And the only reason is because I have a good dad. I still have him. And a good mom. They're both still together. But I don't know, this world is really, really bad. That's all I gotta say. It's just crazy. I'm gonna leave y'all to that. And I'm gonna tell y'all, God bless y'all. And be safe. Try to help somebody. It truly does feel good to help somebody when you can. I understand you might not be in that situation where you can't, but try. Even if it's to help lend somebody a phone call that might be able to help. They might not have their phone. They might remember their number to that person to call. Even if it's to open a door for somebody that's hurt. Here's another situation. I was at a gas station. I go to this gas station every day. Get coffee before I go to work. Just as I was getting ready to pay for the coffee, this girl was just leaving the checkout line. She had her 2 kids with her. She had crutches. I stopped real quick, thought about it, said she's getting ready to leave, walk out these doors. She's got her hands full. She's barely able to hold these crutches up because I guess she had surgery on her leg or broke her leg or something. But she had her two kids, young kids with her. And I was like, I got this coffee in my hand, so I was hoping, which it was coffee, I doubt they would have said anything even if I did walk out the store without paying for it, you know. They know me enough. So, real quick, I opened the door for the young girl, and she was just in shock. Her eyes got real big, and she was just like, oh, thank you, you know. And she crutched herself with her two kids out to her car while I held the door for her. And then I shut the door, you know. I walked on to check out my coffee, and then paid for my coffee, and I went ahead and left, you know. But I mean, just courtesy. Have courtesy for people. I mean, for God's sakes, am I the only one that just feels for people? I mean, I don't know. I don't get this world. I really don't. If something ever happens to me and I pass, I have no doubts in my mind to know that my spirit is settled. My spirit will be fine. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I will tell you I'm a sinner. I sin maybe on a daily basis. I mean, there's stuff that we do that we don't realize that we're doing that we sin, you know? But the only thing we can do is pray to God or to Jesus. If you're a Christian, there's only one God in the way I was brought up. So, I mean, if you're Buddha or Muslim or whatever, I'm not going to say, but I'm pretty sure y'all understand where I'm getting at. My God is only one God. He's a jealous God because there shall be no other gods before him. But my soul will be fine. And I can only pray to forgive my sins that I do without my knowledge or even with my knowledge, and to continue to try to do the work of God and to obey his 10 commandments if I can. I'm not perfect. I'm human. And that's why Jesus died on the cross and shedded his blood, was because he knew we were imperfect. He knows that there's no other way to get to heaven without having his son die on a cross and shed his blood for us. And I have his son to thank for that. And I am very thankful for that because I am a sinner. I am not perfect. And I'm not saying I pray daily, but I do thank him. And it's sad to say when I think about it. But I'm telling y'all, it feels good to help somebody. It really does. It made me feel good today that I was able to teach somebody how to work something so simple to me, but so difficult to them. Just to help them because they had to go refill that gas can up. Now they'll know how to use it. And they might know how to use it later on too, if they need to. I mean, apparently this girl breaks down on a every 2-week basis, you know. It's just, I don't know. I made this longer than I thought I was, and I'm sorry. But it's just sad. If there's that many people out there, especially men, that ain't helping young people, even a woman, I feel bad for their kids. I feel bad for them as being a dad figure in their life, because you're not a dad if you can't, and I'm not even dad, if you can't think that, what if that was your child? What if that was your buddy's child stranded? Are you not going to help your best friend's child, young teenager, stranded on the road? What if you don't help them? What if something else bad happens to that person? Yeah, you ain't going to know about it, but you could keep something bad from happening that possibly could happen to that person if you help them out and teach them along the way. Kind of like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't get them to drink. They have to do that on their own. It's the same principle. You show them how to work something. It's up to them whether they do it or not. This life is about learning. My dad told me that. This whole life is about learning. And we are to teach one another. We are to help one another during this life. And then, what if something drastic happens? I mean, where it don't just involve you, it involves everyone. How are you going to make it in this world? If you can't help somebody, or you're too stuck up, you're too rich, you're too fancy for them, you think you're too good enough for them, you just blow them off. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's that poor man out there that's been through that situation, that a rich man could be broken down on the side of the road and not know how to fix something, that poor man is going to help that rich man get himself back on his feet and out the door. And that's the way it works, because that's somebody that's had to work and struggle to make it through life. For something so simple, for somebody to pay to make their way through, but somebody else had to actually do it and to show that other person what was wrong. Mark my words, if you're rich enough to pay somebody else to do your work and you don't know anything about it, you better hope a poor man helps you out, because he's going to know how to do it. He's going to know how to help you, because he's been down that road just like I have. I know what it's like in need of help. I know what it's like to have two young girls that don't, because I got a sister that don't know how to work something, and it's your job as a man to teach them, even if you're not their dad, as a man, as a loving man, shall I say, to teach somebody how to work something. Teach them how to change a tire. I don't know. This is going into more than what I should have made it go into. It's sad. It really is. But God bless y'all. I love y'all. And be safe. And pray for your forgiveness for the sins that you do, either on a daily basis or not. And just think about, from now on, when somebody's in need of help, what if that was you? What if those were your kids? Okay? Don't worry about the rest. God will take care of that. But if you're a woman out there and you're watching this video and you see some guy stranded along the road, I don't know what to say to that. I'm gonna leave that up to you. If you think God's calling you to help somebody, you make that call. But if you don't think it's safe, you hopefully let the next person make that call for you. But women, especially if you got kids, I understand if you got that personality and you want to help somebody, that's on you. But you got to think, you got a kid. You got to think about your kids. It's different if you got a husband or a guy with you. That's his responsibility. That's his job to take over if you want to help somebody. But if he don't want to help, then you two got to work that out. But I don't want to see no woman go under to try to help somebody and get hurt. I don't want to see that either. Because there are a lot of bad people out there. I know how that is. But I mean, if you're a man and you can help either another man or help a female or two young kids, I mean, you should do that. If you don't want to help another dude, I get that too, especially if he's bigger than you. I mean, if you feel that threatened, yeah, I mean, I guess let him handle it, he's a guy. I don't know, just think about it. Have some common sense. But until then, I'm going to keep helping people. I'm going to keep doing my thing. Whatever God calls for me to do, I'm going to do. I'm not changing that. But peace. God be with you. Stay safe. And just pray to make it through his life. You only get one life. Have fun and live it. Bye.